Hi, I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Chris.
And we're the Hanye family.
And for those of you who are new here, welcome. Let's enjoy some great music together.
Yes. What do we have this time for our Goonies?
Well, this time we're going to do a little bit more Canadian content because, well, it's the weekend. And, well, that's what we like to do.
Absolutely.
We like to show you guys good Canadian music.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully good. We're checking it out ourselves, so how do we know?
But we're learning about more Canadian music and sharing it with you guys. So that's what we enjoy doing.
Yeah. Well, this one is an artist from around here who's local, who's trying to be one of those up-and-coming groups. We showcased him before last year. I think it was the year before.
We've showcased him a few times.
We've been
on
showcasing
this channel.
him in the few times that we saw him release things. We've been there for him.
Yeah, we've seen him live before at just kind of a regular. What was that event anyway? It was just kind of like a bunch of rap battlers and stuff like that, right?
Sort of. It wasn't really
not battlers.
It wasn't battlers.
Freestylers.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, it was a bunch of people got together and started doing their wares. We had Everything O'Shawn was there.
Yeah.
This guy Thelonious, by the way,
right?
We're doing, and Spitty showed up for it. I don't know if he did a set.
No, he didn't. He was just around that day. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are people who we saw at a little show at the City Hall.
Very little show.
Yeah.
But since then, he's done a lot more, and we've been kind of following what he's been up to.
Yeah,
so.
We love his sound. He's really great.
Yeah.
So this is Thelonious, and it's a song that just says here SSIV,
which means Silverstone 4, likely.
Silverstone 4?
Yeah, because he did a song called Silverstone before.
That's right.
It's probably Silverstone 4, I would say.
I wonder what that pertains to. I'm going to have to look that up.
What, Silverstone? It's the area where he lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the last one was like Silverstone. I don't remember Silverstone 3, but I remember Silverstone 2.
Yeah. And the first one.
And one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But, we were paying attention to this guy because he's got a really good sound.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Dream Warriors or something.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, they're from Ottawa, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to find some Dream Warriors for you guys. I don't know if we've done any yet.
I think we have. Maybe we did one.
I think we did one, and I think it was the one with Barrington Levy?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're definitely interested in hearing this one.
Yeah.
We're going to get off the talking part of this now. And, this is Thelonious, with SSIV.
Tell my peoples we came a long way from Martin Grove and Silverstone. Same young nigga from the city going out, seeing the world and shit. In a whole lot of ways, we really living a dream, right? Just know this shit ain't always what it seemed like. Little Lonnie made a way will be the latest scoop. The heart that hardly changed from that nappy braided nuisance, running nameless by the neighbor's stoop. Through sweater stains, they know I was born nice. So ahead of my award nights, my mom gon' probably pray her baby saved the suit. Had to knock off Nikes with the faded swoop. When older kids served the corners, I came to snoop. Mama told me never follow heathens till I'd heed the warning. Them boys is moving reckless for they rep around the scene, so they ain't seen the morning. Hardly certain if I was finna see 25. Still my father's own, always known a solid home. Since roaches ran my kitchen stove, I know that it was love inside. Ran with a sturdy click, my folks was very sick. Now they just ran a raid by how I'm living brave and blessed. Major flex, on the way to something stable, so I stayed the quest. I hold this hope for better days that feel more like a weighted vest. While trudging through the land of snakes, where legacies awaiting next. Had a whole host of meetings with these label reps. They ain't invest a dime inside my savings, but they pay respects. Surrounded by gray skies, could've sworn by now it should be raining checks in vicious ways. When all I seen is ricochets of the late effects, I just need me a breather, I'm receiving waves. I'm grateful now to see my saddest seasons from a seasoned age. My teacher seeing tales of my survival probably seemed amazed. My slacky habits had my parents steaming when they seen the grades. They thought the only way from A to B was making B's and A's. My brodies plotting B&Es, they seen it all from A to Z. Those demons surely breed a rage, was hoping I could lead the ways. Quit my job to live the dream and barely made an even wage. The way that I've been working around the clock, I think I need a raise. Think I need a raise.
This is so different.
Mm-hmm.
But he's basically talking about how he grew up, like the kind of neighborhood he grew up with and the values that he was being taught.
Yeah.
You know, his parents thought the only way for him to make anything out of himself was to get B's and A's in school.
Well, of course.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we tell our kids, right?
Yeah. Well,
we all do that.
Do your best. Always try your hardest.
Of course. We always told our kids, just do what you can.
I don't care about what the grade number or letter is, depending how they do it.
Yeah.
As long as they're actually doing their work and trying their best, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
No, I mean, our kids did okay.
Oh yeah. Quite well, actually, mostly. Except for Luke, he didn't do well with school. His grades were not the issue. It was just school and him didn't match.
That's true.
Yeah,
I was
not at all.
I was in the same boat, honestly.
It was tough for him.
When I was growing up, I could not deal with school at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had his teacher call me and say, when he does his tests and stuff, he's always got high 90s. He's got the work. He knows how to do it, but he doesn't want to turn in any assignments. And it's like...
Yeah, honestly, that was me exactly.
It was very frustrating.
Turning in assignments, doing homework,
But it was the social pressures that did it.
I think
for him. It wasn't about school. It was about the social pressures.
Yeah. And I've always been the kind of person who can't really get along socially with a lot of people.
And that causes trouble at school.
You know, I'm better now. I'm an adult. I'm in my 50s. I can, figure people out. But when I was a teenager or even a younger student, I didn't know what people were. I didn't know how to socialize. But I was bad at that. And to make it worse, the first school I went to was full of bullies. Full of bullies.
But I get what he's saying, how he's struggled through trying to get things done and trying to do things right and trying to lead the way for his friends and everybody, that are also trying to get out of this situation that they're in.
Yeah. And
basically he feels like all this struggle, and he's met with executives and stuff like record executives and people like that, and they seem supportive, but they don't invest anything.
No.
And he's like, I need a paycheck. I need a raise. Come on.
Yeah.
I get the frustration is coming out for sure.
Yeah, I know. Quitting his job to make his move.
To try and really make a move.
And I get that. I mean, I wish I could just quit and do something quick. I'm in my 50s, and
the time to do that is when you're quite young.
Exactly. He's young enough that he's not raising any kids.
And at the moment,
makes it easier. Well, I don't know if he is actually.
But this is quite good so far. I'm definitely enjoying it. The story is really raw as always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's continue.
We done grown up from young slummers on the boulevard and shit. Still got a lot of ways to grow. I said, we came a long way from hungry summers with a flow to put my fears on. When the road was so severe, we had to steer on. But now I see my peoples need a hero, so from here on, I swear this kind of pressure keep a nigga working year long. Keep a nigga working year long. Shit. I pray the Lord to keep my circle small and my career long. Alright.
That's really good, eh?
Yeah.
I like how he was saying, basically the thought of trying to help his friends and himself get out of the situation they've been in is to just work all year long. And it pushes him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It pushes him to do it because he's like, I got to help these people and myself. I got to boost everybody up and let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. when you decide to make that move, I mean, you want to bring as many people with you as you can.
Yes. And the whole keep your circle small, that's something very important, I find.
That's true.
He mentioned keep your circle small and career long kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And it is true. Like a lot of the time, having a few close friends is way better than having a whole bunch of friends who barely care about you, actually.
That's true. Well, you look at the history, MC Hammer is the best example that I could think of. He had tons of people in his entourage. He had a lot of people that he was supporting. Yeah. He was, paying for people's houses, people's cars and stuff like that. And he was also being ripped off by management. Because
those people only cared about themselves and they weren't real friends. They wanted the money.
Exactly. So in the middle of him being ripped off, he was giving money to people, family,
right?
Like friends of his, people in his entourage, which was huge. And he ended up having to go bankrupt. I think he almost went to jail, right?
But I think Thelonious has the right idea. Keep your circle small,
Yeah.
Because you have to make sure the people around you are people that you can trust and that actually have your back.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't make a whole lot of friends because I'm always kind of concerned that, I'm not going to be able to trust those friends. So
I'm a friendly person and I love to talk to people and make friends and that kind of thing. But to get into my little circle of trust, I guess you could call it, there's not too many that are in it right now.
No.
Not at the moment.
Such a small group of people that we can actually go to.
Yeah.
And who will actually respond to us in some way.
Exactly. But this was such a great song. I'm really happy to hear him still going with things.
Yeah, and he's really good still. I mean, he hasn't changed his style to suit others.
He's just doing his thing, which I really appreciate because a lot of the time there's pressure to change your style to the trendy style that's going on at the time.
Yeah. I mean,
just to make money.
There's still elements of it in there. I mean, you can hear certain little things because obviously he listened to music growing up.
Well, of course.
That's going to influence him, but he also listened a little bit harder maybe to some of the older artists.
Yeah, I would say so.
Has figured out his own style.
Like
based
even,
on that,
that's the style he does kind of puts me in mind of Lauryn Hill even.
A little bit.
You know what I mean?
Actually.
That sort of
around
thing.
the Lauryn Hill vibe.
Yeah.
Like, with Pross and, Wyclef. That
exactly.
kind of feel,
Telling the story of their lives. Putting it out there and, bringing the reality to the population, like the populace.
It's sort of like Diggable Planets a little bit, but they were a little bit more hip though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit more hip hop than this is. This is more.
This is like smooth jazz.
It's like a mixture of smooth jazz and spoken word and hip hop. Yeah, all of it.
So it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I like his style and I'd like to see it blossom for sure.
It's different than what most people are doing these days, which makes him stand out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Obviously, it was a good one for us.
We talked a lot in this one.
Yes. Please don't forget to check us out over on Patreon. It's $3 a month and we're adding things there all the time. You'll find the link in the description of all our videos. You'll also find our blocked videos there for free. If you'd like to come and check those out, you're more than welcome to do so. And if you pay the $3, you get access to our albums, documentaries, and little concerts over there. It's a whole lot of fun.
Great fun.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, share with your family and friends, click the notification bell if you don't want to miss a video, and don't forget to enjoy yourself. Later.
Later.